Okay, I can see that this stuff ain't gonna stay. Alright. Crappy montage of what I'm gonna be doing here. Alright, well, I see I'm low on battery. Got batteries coming, but we're gonna try to make an intro to this video. What's going on, everybody? So, it is windier than heck out, so I'm in the shed. We are gonna fix the paint on our paint problem tractor. Alright, for those of you who've been following along for a while, you know that this tractor here is our problem for paint. You can kind of see how faded and crappy it is. This tractor came from actually Kansas, I believe, before we bought it. So my guess is it got a lot of sun, didn't really see itself inside until the winter time. So look at this side. I polished this side here, so I don't know how well this is gonna pick it up. But you can see it shined. So we're gonna try putting ceramic coating on it here as well. Hopefully just to lock this in. So this has been bugging me for a long time, and I've finally just broken down and want to fix it. So what we got, and by the way, none of this is sponsored. First off, for the ceramic coat, I'm trying out the chemical guys. Ceramic coat, I've heard from multiple people that use this stuff that it actually is pretty nice. I was gonna try out the TNT stuff, but it was the fact of me being able to get that this week, and then versus the other stuff coming when, I don't know when. Plus, you know, a couple $100 cheaper. So we'll try it. If it don't work, then worst is we come and repolish this thing and I'll buy the expensive stuff. So then we got this here polishing compound, DA course. Gonna try that, or not gonna try, I've already tried it. Actually works out pretty slick and it's held. Everything else that I've tried doing to this tractor, it never holds. So we're gonna work with that with polishing all the paint first, and then we'll come and seal it with the ceramic coat. Now this is a plastic restorer. It's kind of a back black. Tried it right here. You can see that there's a visible difference. So we're gonna also do that there, which I have to clean the surface on a lot of this stuff. So no, I'm not gonna just go polish over all this dirt and crap on here. So yeah, and avoid hearing that in the comments. But quick little update on the rest of the equipment. That big girl's ready. That tractor, which is the planting tractor that's outside, is getting its oils changed today, and that's also gonna get the same thing that we're doing to it, and I'll probably do that tomorrow. Well, this one's getting itself all the oils changed and everything. So sprayer, I went through it and it sprays. We weren't able to run the pump through the cab. You'd be able to run the pump manually through outside. I wasn't able to run the pump through the cab because I couldn't figure out where the button was, because we don't have aim on that sprayer. So it actually gets ran through the monitor where you shut the pump on and off. Well, figured out that the button on the side, or the toggle switch on the side of the egg leader insight, was to run the pump, but every time I switched it, it wouldn't do anything. Well, turns out we were sitting there trying to figure that out, and I kind of looked at the plug-in on the back of the toggle switch, and it was all kind of funky, so I pulled it out, and when I went back there to look at it, noticed that it was like not plugged in all the way. There were little prongs sticking out. It was like halfway plugged in. Well, go and plug it in and it works. So that was the biggest relief I had in a while. Knowing that that thing works now. This week is hopefully the week we start planting. It has been cold, rainy, and snowflakes have been flying here lately, and nothing, the snowflakes were just like one or two coming down while it was raining. We did get a little bit of sleep, but then it went away. Like, it was a couple minutes of sleep. This year has been cold and miserable so far, but it looks this week to be promising to warm up and get nice out. So we're gonna hopefully stick to that. Maybe this weekend we're gonna start rolling. It is Monday the 2nd right now, so I don't know when I'm gonna get this video out. All right, to give you guys a perspective on how quickly stuff changes around here, we went from hauling corn all day here until I got done about 2:30, and Dad took over for me the rest of the way. They're having issues. So now our plan was to just work on getting tillage equipment set up, and we were gonna spray today, but as you can hear, the wind is blowing. I don't really want to be spraying in this wind, just borderline. We'd only be spraying Roundup, but I don't really want to spray when it's this windy. So I got this here to fix. I got a vertical till to grease up, and we're gonna go work some land, because basically it feels like the whole neighborhood's working land. And no, I'm not getting peer pressured, but our ground is ready to go. It's been fit here since yesterday, and we got to do something. 215 is like this close to being done. I'm gonna go and work 30 acres here, get the 245 all warmed up, and bring it back. We're gonna dump the oil out of it, change it, and then the 215 gets hooked to the planter, put all the bean plates and metering system in, or switch it to beans, take it over to the wedge, which we're gonna work tonight here, and get it all set up there. So like now that we put the Gen 3 in there, we gotta reset when it turns on and off, when the roll clutches kick in when you're getting into like the end of your pass or into your headlands. So we got to do that, and then our radar calibration will be first, but we'll get all that done tomorrow. Get the planter dialed in on that 30 acres, kind of back in a corner, so if we missed a spot or it doesn't look very good, it's all back in the corner. Nobody sees it except for me when I'm using that thing, and I'll probably be pissed when I do. So, all right. You can tell that we use this thing all the time. And a 3/4 inch deep wall. Wait. All right. Nice thing about this loader is I can just use one hand, move around in it. So it's easy for videoing. And this is where I'm gonna set the camera down, because you guys are probably gonna hear some swearing in that, and I don't really feel like editing that out, so I'll be right back. That clumsy thing is not gonna work, so I'm not gonna have this flopping on my leg the whole time. I'm gonna try a bottle jack. The reason I didn't go up there with a bottle jack before is because I felt like it was too low and it wouldn't fit, but that one would be nice if we had the tool truck. All right, so I got that off. You can see I had to dig a little hole to get that bottle jack in there. I'm gonna fold this up and get it out of there. Yeah. Get this thing folded in here. Level out the booms here. So for the other side. And then fold it up. Alright, so we need to put the RPM limiter, 4-wheel drive. I'll just do a really crappy job and leave Jeremy's name in there. Blame him then. And then RM330. Accept. Alright, so we are moving. There's a small, it's part of this field, but there's the trail to get onto that side of the ditch goes through there, and I just did that little area off camera because it's so small and there's a lot of turning and whatever. Excuses on my end. So, actually this is working out pretty slick here. We're gonna take a turnaround and we'll get out here. Everything that's deep tilled is drier than a bone, as you can see. But the stuff that was no-tilled still has some moisture in it or was lightly hit. None of this field we hit with this in the fall. We just hit with the deep tiller, so, or the disc ripper, I should say. So, but we'll get out we'll turn around, we'll get about halfway down there where it meets between the two, between the deep tilled and the no-tilled, and see where we're at. So, yeah, it's dry out. Beautiful. I know it's dry out because this corner is dry, so usually that's pretty wet, but it's go time, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna have to till this headland too. Guys, this is awesome. I'm stoked to be in a piece of equipment right now. Let's get out and see what this looks like. Well, air conditioning is not working in that tractor, so so I do notice there's a couple tacky pieces in here. I do know that I have to pick up a little bit of speed though with that thing. I'm going a bit slower just to make sure it's working good, but it seems to be doing a good job. But you can see these clumps just break apart. So this is the kind of moisture we want to be planting into. We are tilling to the exact depth we want to. Yeah, so all these clumps are just breaking up, so I'm not too worried about it being very wet. And this is not a super bad seed bed for soybeans either, so we'll have the row cleaner set a little bit to move some of this stubble out of the way. So we're planting into nice clean dirt. Soybeans aren't as picky as corn. We'll still try to put them in a good environment when we're planting them with that planter, so. The no-till looks pretty good. The only place I see it tacky is around the root balls of the old corn stalks, so. But we're gonna get this cracked open, get her drying here today and tomorrow. I gotta go get a seed tender. We don't even have a seed tender yet, so I'm gonna go and grab that tomorrow morning. Alright, so I got the air conditioning working in here. There's a little valve on the sideboard or whatever, and I had it turned the wrong way, so I had it set to heater, just plugs the air conditioning, so, or vice versa, whatever it is. Yeah, so I'm just finishing off headlands here. I have one more time to go around. We're putting 3 headlands on everything with the planters, so we're, you know, slow down. This vertical till is 26 feet and our planter is 30 feet, so you know, we'll get it pretty close, but you know, I'm gonna put 3 headlands on with it and that last few feet that, you know, is crossways, as you can see. You know, it'll be fine. But I want to try to get it as close as possible so it isn't so rough for whole planter paths. Yeah, it worked up really nice here, so yeah, we should be in here planting this tomorrow. Get the planter dialed in, and then get that thing switched to corn, and we're gonna work a couple 100 acres here tomorrow and tomorrow night, so should be fun. Alright, so that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Come back for the next one, and we're gonna be planting, so hopefully, cross my fingers. But yeah, so there's plenty more to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek of planting, so, or spring tillage I should say, something pretty close to planting. So we'll catch you guys in the next one.